welcome to the nation. You're with me, Jessy Chahal. On this episode, we'll be talking about Pusat Latihan Memandu Shah, Bandar, Sdn Bhd, or in short, better known as PLMSB. Now, driving is an essential life skill, which is why it's important to pick a responsible and, of course, a school that practices safety. And lucky for us, I've got just the ladies in here in the studio. They're from one of the largest driving institutes in Klang and Shah Alam, as mentioned, Pusat Latihan Memandu Shah Bandar. Joining me in the studio, Mrs. Ang, she's the director of Pusat Latihan Memandu Shah Bandar Sdn Bhd, and Winnie Lee, the branch manager. Ladies, welcome to the program, and thank you for being here to highlight such an important issue, of course, driving safely on the roads, and that begins at selecting the right driving institute. Mrs. Tan, perhaps you could walk us through a little bit more about the Shah Bandar Driving Institute.
Okay, actually, Shah Bandar Driving Institute is one of the largest driving institute in the Klang Valley. We have been in operation since 1997, and we have about 100 vehicles of various categories, such as cars, motorcycles, trailer, lorry, and tractor. So far, there are around 1 million students have acquired their driver license from our institute. We have over 60 qualified male and female instructors of different ethnicity who can instruct their students using their preferred languages.
So that's great, because you have instructors that are able to speak in different languages. You've got male instructors and female, and you've got a great track record. Around 1 million students have already gone through your institute. Of course, it is important to pick a school that is credible. You've been around since 1997, weathered the storm through the pandemic as well, and still here to talk to us today. Of course, it's important to get your driving license from a reputable school, and the Shah Bandar Driving Institute is just that. But also engaging in a learning process that is two-way, having professional instructors and having good facilities. These are all important aspects of a good driving school. Winnie, what would you say is special about the Shah Bandar Driving Institute?
We believe safety is the top priority aspect for the driver education. Hence, our core value is to provide quality, convenient, and comprehensive driver education course at an affordable fees. Of course, now mostly I think parents, they are looking for more cheaper prices, and they will want to know more. How's the process to get a license?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Perhaps you could walk us through that process, because parents whose children are reaching the age of 17, right?
Yes.
That's when they begin to search out for a good driving school. They normally leave that job to the kids to go and find out, because their friends are going to this school or that school.
That's right.
But then they bring back the information. So what should parents know about the right process so that they're not scammed, and also that they are spending the right amount of money?
Yeah, I think everyone's know. Every children is very excited when they reach the birthday on 17.
Yes.
Not even children, I think the parents also. Okay, they will start inquiry about the prices, procedure after their son or their kids, children reach about 17 years. They will want to know how long is the process to get the license, and what is the prices for them. So mostly of them will come to inquiry about to us. So normally we will explain to them how's the process and the price, of course.
Perhaps you could walk us through that process. At what point do they come to enroll? Do they have to wait then a few weeks before they attend classes? What is the duration of
Okay, firstly, of course, for those children that they want to get a driving license, and then they have to register for what we call is Khusus Pemanduan, that what we call it KPP01. So they have to attend a course of 7 hours. So they will listen, and within 1 year from the course, they have to go to theory test.
Right.
It's mean what we call computer test.
And you were saying that this is not easy anymore, Mrs. Tan.
Yes.
This is quite difficult for students
Quite
these
difficult
days.
for students nowadays. Unlike those days, okay, questions which is more on common senses, but nowadays students have to study, because current situation keep changing. So the questions usually more about the current situation we are facing, or what about the road rages, or under this situation, how do you counter that? How do you face that? So usually we will advise to students to better study before you going for the computer test.
Right. I think you raised a really good point that even though the standards are higher, it's a good thing because we are talking about issues that matter. For example, as you've highlighted, road rage, you know, to protect our drivers and to make sure that they understand that there are many dangers when we are on the road. And so understanding road rules, the law is important as well as we prepare to acquire our license. KPP 1.0.
0.01.
01, sorry,
Yes,
01.
khusus pembanduan berhemat.
Okay, and that is you have from the time you take it, you have 1 year
Yes,
to complete
within 1 year you have to go to
your
computer test.
Computer test.
Yes.
Okay.
So the next procedure after the KPP, so they will go through into Amali class. That means now it's totally different from maybe my time and new children right now. So they have to know about mostly what's the part of the car maintenance.
To understand the different
yes,
parts and
they have
functions
to-
of the vehicle.
yes.
We'll come back to that just after this quick break. Don't go anywhere. We're talking about the Shah Bandar Driving Institute. Joining me in the studio, Mrs. Tan and Winnie. We'll be right back.
Pusat Latihan Memandu Shah Bandar is among the largest driving institute in Klang Shah Alam area and has been in operation over 26 years. Pusat Latihan Memandu Shah Bandar provides driver license acquisition training courses using its fleet of about 80 vehicles in different vehicle categories, such as light motor vehicle, motorcycles, lorry, trailer, tractor and others. Around 1 million students have acquired their driving licenses from Pusat Latihan Memandu Shah Bandar since its inception. We provide different kind of driver license acquisition training courses which compliance with local authority standard, JPJ, such like car driving license, motorcycles license, lorry license, tractor license and others. Our premises is equipped with numerous public service facilities. Our mission is to provide high quality, convenient and comprehensive driver education courses at the lowest cost. The most important aspect of driver education is safety. We proudly received various of awards, recognition and certification. United Register of Systems, ISO 9001. Ministry of Transport Malaysia, JPJ. SME Corporation Malaysia. Lawn International Corporate Titan Awards, LICTA, Marquee Enterprise 2018, the Best Driving Institute, Best Facilities category and Best Service category. We strive to be the best choice driving center in Klang Valley. With our 5 core values, honest, integrity, teamwork, adding value, excellence. Your best choice driving center in Klang Valley. Visit us or call us today.
Is your child just about the age of 17 and excited to pick a good driving school? Well, look no further, because today in the hot seat we're joined by Mrs. Tan, the director, and Winnie, the branch manager of the Shah Bandar Driving Institute. It is a school that is highly recommended, not just for its good facilities, an engaging learning process, but also for professional instructors, which of course is really important when we are trying to acquire a license and learn. But Winnie, we were talking just before the break about how things are different back then and now. Rewind 10 years ago, I think it was a lot more straightforward when I went to driving school. But you say now students also have to learn about the moving parts and functionality of the vehicle itself.
Yeah. So my time and now new kids is totally different. Honestly, we say last time with my time, I think we don't learn this kind of things. Okay, we just know how to go and start the car, and then maybe we drive to on the road, Bukit parking 3-point turn.
Yes.
And then we don't know how we're going to maintain our car. So we have to look after, like now, the children, they have to go to, after the KPP 01, they have to go to KPP 02.
Okay.
It's that mean we call it Amali. So they have to know how to take care of the car, maintenance. Like example, what is called battery? How's the battery? They need to look after that. Because some of battery they have was dry cell and some not. So they have to totally know how to go and take care of the battery. Because the battery is also very important, right?
That's
if
right.
without the battery, maybe we can't start our car, maybe in the middle somewhere.
Absolutely.
Okay. And then after that, they will teach them, guide them how we're going to check the tire. Some things like what is called gear before they go to practical.
And so this at KPP 02 also contributes to the point system or the scoring of the student.
Yes.
Right, so it's an essential part
Yes.
of the training as well. But there are many driving schools that are of course easily available. But Mrs. Tan, tell us a little bit more about the strengths and what you would say are the advantages of the Shah Bandar Driving Institute.
Actually, we are equipped with great facilities, and we even got 5-star rating from JPJ HQ, Putrajaya. Okay, and we also emphasize more on safety of the students, because we believe safety is our core value of the business. Not only that, we also ensure that our staff, our operation team, our management staff are all being taken care of.
One of the other things you shared with me earlier was the fact that the Driving Institute really emphasizes on quality and the fact that comprehensive training is also given for the instructors and students alike. And so while there's a seamless learning experience, there's also a fleet of training vehicles that you have that are clean. And I think all this are very important for parents when they're deriving to a decision, which driving institute do I select? Winnie, perhaps you could walk us through a little bit more. Why should we, or what factors should we be looking at when we are considering a good, credible driving institute?
Mostly, I think parents will be look for experienced instructor. Price maybe will be second choices for them. First, they will need more experience, more patient, more knowledgeable instructor. Then second, they will go to price.
That's right. Price, of course, a factor as well,
Yes.
but it does not outweigh the important factors of choosing a school. When you consider choosing a good driving institute, it should be accredited as well. You've mentioned the 5-star rating for Institute Memandu by JPJ Selangor. Also the ISO 9001 to 9 in 2015. Yeah. So besides that, you've also won many awards.
Yes. Actually, we received 16 SME business awards, including 2 awards from Lang International Corporate Titan Awards for the Best Driving Institute in both facilities and services categories.
And so what would you say could be the future plan now of Shah Bandar Driving Institute? It's won the awards, it's got great instructors, over 1 million students have gone through the learning process and received their licenses. What's next?
Now we are ready to expand and key to success over the next 3 years. for such as an individual. We are striving to achieve annual sales approach about 8 million by another 3 years.
Okay.
Okay, therefore, cost minimize is important so that our company gross profit margin can be increased by 30%.
But you're also looking at opening more branches around the Klang Valley area.
Yes,
Which areas would that be?
At this moment, with Shah Bandar, Pusat Latihan Memandu Shah Bandar, we already has 16 branches in Klang, Shah Alam, Subang, Jaya, PJ, and Puchong. The rest, maybe we are still in looking for some area. That was still in KIV.
All right. But also you say that you want to become the most affordable provider of comprehensive driving education services. We're going to roll some clips right now. Let's go through this footage right here. Of course, many awards and recognitions won by the Shah Bandar Driving Institute.
Ministry of Transport Malaysia, JPJ. SME Corporation Malaysia. Lawn International Corporate Titan Awards, LICTA, Marquee Enterprise 2018, the Best Driving Institute, Best Facilities category and Best Service category. Pusat Latihan Memandu Shah Bandar is among the largest driving institute in Klang Shah Alam area and has been in operation over 26 years.
Saya Najwa. Saya belajar di Pusat Latihan Memandu Shah Bandar mengambil lesen motor dan kereta. Saya memilih Pusat Latihan Memandu Shah Bandar ni kerana harga yang berpatutan dan servis yang bagus lah.
我的名字是俊伟，然后我会选择下班的来作为我的考车的原因是因为我在这边拿到我的汽车的行驶驾照，然后我觉得这些老师很负责任，然后设施完整，所以我才会继续在这边选择我的摩托车驾驶执照的训练驾驶，所以我会推荐给我的家人朋友们，也推荐大家来这边精益学习。就这样，谢谢。
Hai, nama saya Nitya. Saya tengah belajar di Pusat Latihan Memandu Shah Bandar. Saya ini dekat dengan rumah saya dan fasiliti sini lebih bagus daripada tempat lain dan harganya murah.
Saya Syed Yaakob. Saya adalah pengajar di Pusat Latihan Memandu Shah Bandar. Saya telah bertugas di Shah Bandar sejak 5 tahun yang lalu.
Hai, saya Nur Hanim. Saya di sini sebagai pengajar motosikal. Dan sebab saya memilih Shah Bandar untuk saya bertugas adalah kerana fasiliti dekat sini yang bagus dan benefit untuk pengajar memuaskan.
Dan untuk akhirnya saya ingin mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada pihak pengurusan Pusat Latihan Shah Bandar.
And I want to say thank you so much Shah Bandar for giving me a chance to be here, be a part of here, and yeah, thank you so much.
With their mission is to provide high quality, convenient and comprehensive driver education courses at the lowest cost. With that they are strive to be the best choice driving center in Klang Valley.
You're watching The Nation with me, Jessy Chahal. Joining me in the studio today, Winnie Lee and Mrs. Tan, both of the Shah Bandar Driving Institute. Mrs. Tan, you are the director at PLMSB, of course, being very much an integral part of this business, and it has risen from year to year, starting back in 1997, in fact, all the way now to 2023. One of the visions you shared is that you want to become the most affordable provider for comprehensive training education services. Why would you say that the Shah Bandar Driving Institute is the best?
First of all, because we are one of the largest and we have been in corporations for about more than 20 years, and we have experienced instructors. On top of that, we also have great facilities. As mentioned, we even receive awards and accredited for ISO 9001-2015. And what we focus more is on the safety of the students. And besides that, our location is situated in a very prime location within the Klang Valley. And we even provide transports to students who, nowadays parents are busy working and students have no transports. So we even provide transport to them so that they have a seamless learning experience in our driving institute.
Absolutely. So parents are at rest. They know that they're going to an institute that is accredited and that is, of course, also safe in that aspect. Winnie, walk us through the process of getting a driving license.
Okay, process. Those children who want to take license, first they have to come to register. Okay, register, then we will put them to kursus first. So on kursus, we call kursus KPP01, kursus Perhema. Okay, and then after that, they need to go for the undang-undang. Undang-undang is computer test. It means after when she have to go through computer test. That means they were going to answer objective question for 50 questions. Okay, then they need at least 42 mark above, then we get the license. That means that after the process for undang-undang computer test, so they can get the L license.
Okay, what about students failing? That may happen, but how do you encourage them to try harder?
All right, we have computer to let them come and do practice, and we also provided some call card. There's a card to let them do the practice question. Then I do believe now children, they are already very smart with a smartphone. So you just press into the Google, just looking for the soalan contoh KPP. I think there's a lot of question there. And normally children now very smart lah, honestly to say. Maybe first time they fail because of their nervous. Okay, second time I think there should be don't have any problem with that.
Absolutely, driving is an essential life skill, and it's important to provide young riders with a comprehensive learning experience, one that will stick with them through life. Also, in the long run, help you save on cost in case there are any damages to the car or accidents. But it's great that in KPP 02, this is also taken care of, where students understand the process of taking care of a vehicle. Little bit more on the Shah Bandar Driving Institute. You say that you also plan to implement a new automated system for driving tests, for e-testing. Tell us a bit about e-testing, because that sounds interesting.
All right. Now, after the KPP, we need to go to computer tests. So even though many people still thinking that we are doing online, actually, even though you are online, you have to go to site.
For the physical
driver's test? Theory, because you're asking about theory. So for the e-test, it's mean computer test. Okay, so they have to go to site, like maybe we now roughly about under MyG, MySpeed. But after this, we were going to implement a new automated system driving for e-test and computer theory tests in our institute. It
is a school that has received accreditation, high accreditation from JPJ, awarded a 5-star rating for Institute Memandu by JPJ Selangor, and also having the ISO 9001-2015 accreditation, including 16 SME Business Awards. You can't go wrong with the Shah Bandar Driving Institute. Ladies, thank you for coming here and sharing so much about the school, from having good facilities to professional instructors who will walk through students to each and every process from KPP 01, KPP 02 and KPP 03, furthering that experience from an end-to-end seamless learning experience that will enrich your child's driving skills and keep them, most importantly, safe on the road. That is Shah Bandar Driving Institute's prime priority and goal here. Thank you for joining us, and I hope that in your next quest for looking for a driving school, you will look up the Shah Bandar Driving Institute. Thank you very much, ladies, for coming in. It's been a pleasure speaking to you, and that is us signing off right here on The Nation. Thanks for joining.